Hey everybody, I thought I would put together a small little tutorial video on how to draw anime style art. Right here I have a quick sketch I did real quick. I'll go through it really quick and I'll show you the little parts and all that before we go to doing a brand new one. So if you can see, I have the different head, torso, legs. Now legs are going to be a little bit longer than this. They're going to be just about the shape from where they connect to just a little bit above the chest right here. So the easy way to do this is just measure from your knee up to where your collarbone meets, and you'll get the right measurements for how long they should be. So same for arms here. Arms, they won't go below the rib cage, which is right here. So your rib cage is going to be here, and where the forearm meets the elbow, it's not going to go that much below the rib cage. So you're going to keep those in proportions. So yeah, the same thing for the head. The head's going to be I have these lines here. I don't know if you can see them. Just within this area, the same size. It's not going to be any bigger or smaller unless you're looking to exaggerate it. And I'll show you how I do it, so you can get the head either if you want it to do make it wider, bigger, kind of like how they do on Haruhi Suzumiya, or if you want it to be a more normal looking, realistic, or you can even do it, make it longer, kind of like this here. I don't know if you can see it just by narrowing it down. And yeah, so for when the wrist right here, it meets the shoulder, it's not going to go above it like that. It's going to stay just a little below it. So the easy thing to do again is just to measure, stick your arm just above your, bend it towards your shoulder just to get the right proportions. That's the main thing. Unless you're, like I said, if you're looking to exaggerate like they do on, I'm not sure the right name, Triple Xaholic. He does the clamp where they do the arms pretty long, and they keep the body pretty slender, so you might want to try that if that's the style you're going for. Now show you another one I have. It's for the male. It's a quick one. For the male body, it's going to be a little bit of the same. Same thing with the arms, where the elbows meet. They're not going to go that much below the rib cage. For the chest here, we'll go through a quick one, but I just want to kind of just go through it before we start a new one. They're going to be kind of square here, just like that. Kind of squares, just for the chest. Unless you're looking for, not really that buff. If you're doing like an action cell, you might want to try this one. If you're looking for more, I don't know the correct name, but shoujo, if that's what it's called, like slender and skinnier, you might want to try this. Just not really, that much stronger. You can even make them thinner if you want. But that's pretty much it. Let me get some paper and I will go through the rest with you. Alright, so first thing we're going to start with is the head. So this is what I go through, the steps I do to do a person. So we're just going to do a front person view, so I can show you just exactly how everything's supposed to go. Then if people want, I can do a side view, a quarter view, just to kind of show you how the body connects. But the front is pretty much what everybody does to first learn. So we'll start with the head. So what I do is I usually just start with the line first to show which direction I want the head to go. If I want it to kind of turn like she's looking at something, he or she is looking at something. Or if you want to do it like that, like the neck's broken or something. Just depends on what you're looking to do. Now, the steps what they usually show you to do is, do a circle, then do the lines, and do the head, which is a bit difficult. Well, for me that is, and I know some people have problems with that, keeping everything exactly the way it's supposed to be. Alright, so usually what I do is I start with the chin first. That way I can, like I said before in the last one, you can kind of, measure out how long you want or how wide you want the chin to be. So I'll do a kind of thin chin. That way you can measure it out. Where the chin connects. Then how much, you can even check the width between both ends here. So you'll start like that. just like that.
I just don't think it'll do me any good. It's more of a hindrance.
I know you can hear that going on. It's just a little background noise because I do have neighbors and just don't want them hearing me talking to myself, so. Plus I'm just listening in on it too. So there you go, there's the head, basic design. And we will correct these, because you can't really tell from this, but the head is kind of going off in a weird direction. And the easy thing to do is, if you have a light box, turn it on, obviously, flip it over. Then you'll see all the, mistakes and all that stuff that need to be corrected. That's what you do on this. So you flip it over, you look at the, this end it's going off, going a little straight, while this end is kind of, going off in this direction. So you would just make those corrections. You would also notice here that this end is a little bit lower than here. So you would just want to fix those. Just like that. There you go. So that's where, then you would just, if you want, you can erase the whole thing and then use the trace that you did on the other side. Or you can just keep it and just make the corrections here. So I'll just do it like that. There you go. Where is my eraser? There it is. Okay. Now, like I said, this is good if you want to make the head a little bit wider. Just like this. Just kind of measure it out.
How would you word it? I'd just say, don't be chucking that out, you might need that later.
Just like that. If you want to make the head wider, this is good if you want to do, exaggerate the body a little. See, usually you will keep the eyes within this area, just give them the cheeks here. Make them a little bit wide so that it's more realistic. Or you can do it this way, which is you make the eyes smaller. Then you just keep the body low like that. Just like that. So you can do it that way. So this is how this works. Now we'll move on to the neck. At the end we will add hair, we will add eyes, and we will give it a more, realistic look. But for the neck you can do it either way. Just be sure it's, you kind of, you can make it long, you can make it short if you want. It's really up to you. But I usually like to keep it within, natural looking. Now for the neck it'll usually go down like this. You can either do it this way for the collarbone, or you can do it like a triangle. Just like that. Or you can do it like this. Either way, it's up to you. Now, this way we will do kind of the triangle. Think of the body in parts. You have the head, then you have the neck, which kind of makes this kind of triangle. Just like that. Or triforce, 3 triangles right there. Then you will connect the shoulders. Now the shoulders, they connect to the collarbone. If you look at your body, you will notice that. The collarbone connects to the shoulders here. So you can do it just like that. Now, people usually get the chest wrong. Well, we'll do this with female, so that we can kind of work out the proportions. The male doing males is pretty easy. It's not really that difficult. It's just that the female adds more different curves, shapes, and to it, and it's a little more difficult. Now, the main problem people have is they usually just stick it on like that, just like that, and it kind of makes it kind of looking fake, obviously. Yeah, it's just fake looking. And that's one problem they have. So I'll show you a different way how to use it. And I will say this a lot, just use it in different parts. The chest here is going to connect just like this. Now for the the chest here, you're going to curb
Chinese fella.
from the arm,
I've never seen one.
going this direction, and then going out. So for this, the best shape I can say to use is an upside down heart, just connecting from here to here, it's just like that. Upside down heart, see? Just like that. Now you can make it smaller. I don't like to make them too unnaturally large, just like that.
Just look back there. She's like, what? I said, no, just look back at it. She said, what? It's Chinese.
So just like that.
She said, yeah, good point.
Now, for the arms are going, let's see, just like that. Alright, now the arms are going to connect down here towards the back. They're not going to connect directly to here. Just underneath the arms, just like this. And there's the back right there. It'll connect just like that, just underneath where the armpit is. Because most people tend to do it just like that, but you have to be sure to remember that they do base these on actual anatomy. Like I said, just keep it a little below, a little within the rib cage, unless you want to exaggerate it. There you go. And there is the top half of the body. Now I'm gonna kind of go and make the arms kind of weird so I can show you how an easy way to connect them. Mostly what they teach you is doing circles and then, you know, just oval shapes, which is kind of hard to do, just like that. One thing I do is I use squares just within the body where you want to connect it here and here. Just be sure it's a little below so that you can keep this a proper length. So let me erase this. There you go. So you will connect these ends, this end, and this end here to create the forearm. Just like that. Like I said, I'm going to make it a weird direction just to kind of show you. There you go. Forearm. Now you can do it like this too, just these two ends here. And do it this way. Oops. Got a little weird right there. Let me fix that. Well, let me bend it more out this way. There we go.
Was that handmade or were the sleeves a bit short on him? You idiot, think! So anyway, it's sat there, right? And they're going, right, here we go. Good luck, everyone, right? Yeah. Chimps there. What program is this? It's a chat show.